Hello there, my name is Elfie and thank you for being here. Today we are going to talk about what I consider to be the number one skill and tool to have in your tool belt on your spiritual journey and awakening. What I consider to be the most important skill on your spiritual journey is being able to sit with yourself, being able to sit with yourself in silence, to be still, to be able to sit with yourself and all of your emotions, to be able to sit with yourself and process everything that comes up, not shying or running away from yourself. The ego and the mind will convince us to do everything but sit with ourselves. It will make us procrastinate. It will distract us with everything else. All of a sudden, we are doing activities or spending our time doing everything else but sitting with ourselves. Now, this can look different in every now moment and for each person. Maybe you procrastinate by cleaning or going on social media or playing video games. Or maybe it's you going out and being social. Whatever it is, know that you cannot run away from yourself. You can try for as long as you like, even years, but know that you will always be waiting for yourself to come home to yourself. And the less that you avoid this, the sooner that you can do that. So, this is why the number one tool that goes hand in hand with this skill of being able to sit by yourself in silence is meditation. Meditation is one of the most underrated tools, in my opinion, that it doesn't get enough credit or light. Meditation allows you to be able to sit with yourself, free from judgment, shame, or guilt. It allows you to be able to process what needs to be processed. It allows those emotions that have been buried and pushed down to come up, to be seen, to be released, and to be healed. It allows those emotions space to be seen, to be released, to be felt, and to be healed. Only when we accept our emotions, then we can process them and we can transmute them into light and into something much greater. But first, we have to allow ourselves and our bodies to feel what it needs to feel fully. No matter how painful it is. Know that nothing bad will happen to you when you process this pain. And this is something that you are going to have to process many times in your life. And know that is okay. I know it's not comfortable or easy. And I know that it can really suck. But know this, the deeper that you can feel pain is the same depth, level, and intensity that you can feel happiness. That's pretty cool. So the more that you allow yourself to process your emotions, the more you are going to up level in your life, not just in your physical life, but in your emotional body, your spiritual body, your soul. Your consciousness is going to expand and up level. Your vibration is going to raise and rise. Your frequency is going to be at a higher level. To be able to sit in stillness when the world around us and everything around us is telling us to not to do that is a huge skill. It is actually a master skill to be able to do that. To be able to allow yourself to be. We are human beings, not human doings. How does it feel to allow yourself to be? Can you allow yourself to simply be in your stillness and know that everything else isn't going anywhere, that you can put it on hold for 15 minutes? There's a really great funny saying that says, if you do not have 15 minutes to meditate, then you need an hour. Which is a very true statement. Because, as you know, time is an illusion. And yes, time is real to a physical degree of illusion in this 3D reality, that we do use it. But know that you can create time. I guarantee you, if you think you don't have time to meditate, you can create the time. You can replace 15 minutes or 1 hour or 3 hours that you spend online on social media or watching TV or playing video games to sit with yourself. There is no judgment, but it's just a reality that we all do have the same amount of time every day. It's how we spend that time. And it's what is a priority to you. Connecting with yourself and with the divine spirit of the universe, or whatever you like to call it, is the number one most important thing. Those of you who meditate regularly or daily will understand this. Those of you who don't, if you start to do this, you will see a huge difference in your life. Because the most important thing is your alignment with yourself. The universe does not care about what you do. It cares about the vibration that you are emitting. What is the frequency that you are sending out? If you don't know the frequency you are sending out, how do you speak about yourself? What are the words that you are constantly telling yourself? What are the actions you are taking? Are they positive? Are they negative? Are you living in a state of fear or scarcity? Are you living in a lack mindset? Are you affirming the very thing that you do not wish to experience anymore because you have experienced it so many times in the past? That's a big one. You say to the universe, whatever it is, and the universe goes, okay, you got it. Because the universe is always conspiring in your favor, even if it doesn't seem like it. Not only your vibration, but what you were telling yourself and what you were telling the universe you want more of. To be able to focus, to be able to get crystal clear on what you want and who you are. To be able to observe bigger picture, taking a step back, not being so reactionary to everything, not letting people or experiences change the trajectory of your day, months and years. All of these skills are cultivated from sitting with yourself in stillness, meditating, if you are really struggling to sit with yourself in silence, you can work your way up to that. And what I would recommend is listening to some guided meditations on YouTube. I would also recommend listening to some meditation music on YouTube or frequencies. My favorite YouTube channel that I would recommend is called Meditative Mind, and it is full of frequency music for each chakra, for every issue or misalignment you may be having in your body. And it is a great tool to use not only in meditation but to play in the background when you are needing a little bit of extra help, peace, relaxation, when you're wanting to recalibrate your cells back to their harmonious level. So I want you to know that you can sit with yourself. Even though society tells you that you cannot. Society makes it feel like that you have to be doing something to be successful. That you need to hustle and grind yourself to the bone to be successful. They tell us that you cannot rest until you are burnt out, until you feel like a puddle on the floor or a pile of dust, and your body is screaming at you to rest, when you have no fuel left in your tank, when you have no more energy, when your body has now created an illness in your body to get you to finally to rest and to slow down, because the body is always working for us, and if we don't listen, it will eventually make us listen. We don't need to get to that level to rest. We can sit in our stillness. We can allow ourselves to rest before bedtime, simply by slowing down the breath. Your breath is life. It is the first thing that you take when you enter this physical reality, and it's the last thing you take before you enter into your next life. If your breath is shallow, chances are your mind is going to be racing. Your body is going to be feeling the feeling of anxiety, where it feels like this in your body. We want to create peace in our body, and that starts with the breath. And that is the best way to start your meditation. It doesn't have to be long. You can start with a few minutes. You can do it sitting, standing, lying down. You can do it on your break at work. You can do it when you're in the bathroom. Taking a few moments every day in the spaces in between to connect back to yourself, connect back to the stillness of nothingness, because that is where creation is born. This will also help you create the reality of your dreams. It will also help you to tap into the collective consciousness of knowing that all is one, and seeing everything as a beloved and as yourself, to have compassion and empathy for all things, not just your species, but the trees and the animals and all the other beings and elements that we share this space with on Pachamama. You don't need to feel guilty for taking the time to create space within your body. You don't need to feel guilty. You don't need to feel guilty for connecting to yourself and the divine spirit and the light from which you came. I promise you, nothing is more important than you connecting to yourself and connecting to the light. It is the food and energy for your soul. As a light being, light worker, or whatever you identify as, finding a quiet space, whether that's in your home or your vehicle or outside, to connect with yourself and the divine spirit. To be able to sit with yourself in all your phases, to embrace that and accept that, you will be able to navigate your emotions. You will be able to navigate life better, to be able to take a step back and observe, see and watch before reacting, because you have created the space in stillness, because you have been observing not only yourself and emotions, but the world around you, observing Gaia and all her beings without any judgment, being able to accept the world around you and let it. And one of the best things about this skill is that it's free. You don't need to spend a dime to help regulate your nervous system. Being able to sit in stillness, being able to sit in stillness with yourself through a tool like meditation helps teach you how to be present with yourself and how to be present with others and the world around you. To be in the present moment, to be in the now, not in the past where we feel depressed, not in the future where we feel anxious, but in the present moment, right here, right now, where nothing exists but this moment. And if you stay in the present moment, fully immersed in the present, in what you were doing in that moment, you will see the magic unfold. Thank you so much for being here. Please write in the comments your experience of sitting in stillness or in meditation, being in the present moment, what it has done for your life. And if you aren't practicing yet, let us know if you are going to start doing that for yourself. I would love to hear any feedback you'd like to share. And I look forward to seeing you next time. Much love and pixie dust.